Tell us about you and what you do.
I'm a professional actor. I also work as a youth development officer. I also promote a comedy along with the owner of this wonderful bar, Andy James. We do that once a month. I'm a football coach. I'm a boxing coach. These are both things qualified.
You do quite a few hobbies, so
Aye.
you are kind of what I would call multi-talented. And I would like to focus on acting and comedy.
Oh, of course. Yes, I do comedy as well. I forgot that. I completely forgot that. Because I haven't been on stage for a long time, I guess.
And in particular, but they complement each other really well.
They
So
do.
That's, you know, it is all stage, you're very exposed.
Yeah.
Now, being an actor primarily, how do you go about controlling the energy in the room?
I think the first thing you have to do is stagecraft. You have to know how to pull focus.
Okay.
So you have to get their attention. So if you come on and you say nothing, people are going to wonder what the hell you're going to say. So that's one way of pulling attention, by saying nothing. Because you'll be standing there just looking at them. And you're the only one there, and they've come to watch you and you said nothing. The other way is to come on big. Hi! That woke you up, didn't it? Gotcha! You know. But generally, I would say if you're the only one on stage, it's really easy to pull focus because you're the only one on stage. But when you're doing a play and you want to pull focus, stillness is key. And never upstage yourself. Never upstage yourself, and know where the audience are, and make sure they can hear you vocally at the back. And of course, act well, and don't forget your lines. And it's no different from comedy, because I see people coming up, and I've said to people, you know, they've come up to do comedy and they've got this piece of paper in their hand. And I'll say, as an actor, you'll never do that. If I came on stage with a script, that means you're no longer watching what I can do, you're just listening to me read. So I try to tell everyone, don't look at a paper, because you have made that paper pull your focus. So that paper in your hand or that phone in your hand has actually upstaged you. And it trips you up because you can't read and look at the audience at the same time.
What kind of comedians do you like to bring on?
I like variety, and I like female comedians, and I like diversity. So when you see the show, people have remarked the variety is so great, but also they have to be funny. Now, if you're doing one venue and you're doing the same routine all the time, the audience are going to get bored of you, aren't they? Because you're the same audience seeing the same comedian. So the thing is, I'm either going to change up the comedians, which I'm going to do, or yet again subtly hint to someone, say, you know, you might need to just, have you got a new act? Have you got anything else? This is a bit of an oxymoron. It's a serious business making people laugh. So our partners have to get out of there, you know.
Your view on playfulness, because I've just come back from a course where my mentor, Logan Murray, who is an absolute guru in the comedy world, especially when it comes to coaching kind of variety of people, and he said something quite profound for me: all creativity comes from playfulness. What is your take on that?
Girlfriend, you're talking to an actor, girl. The best actors and performers, and most dramatists will tell you this, are children. Because they're not conscious of self. When you can free yourself and not be conscious of self, you can you know, you can do anything you want like that. You know, you didn't know I was coming, did you? You know, when you can free yourself and do anything, then you're more inclined to achieve what you're trying to get to on stage. If you're restricted and you're nervous, well, everyone's nervous, but if you're restricted and you're uptight, it's not going to work. It's like sitting in front of a camera. The hardest thing is to shoot someone who's overly, excessively nervous. So what you tend to do is you want to calm them down and make them feel relaxed and stuff. That's why they say, never upset the actors, you know, because the emotion will come out and you won't get what you're trying to achieve with them. But once you relax, and then you see some great performances, you see some great performance on stage, and it's all about playing. And they tell you in drama school, if you can be like a child, you'll be a great actor, because acting is playing. If you watch a child with a ball, he doesn't need, in fact, you watch a child sitting down there, they don't need anyone. They create their own world. And like when Stanislavski, you create your own world, and acting is merely playing. So when you get these actors like method actors and they go out in the street and become a tramp, which has happened, and then they ended up in a nut house, that's Stanislavski's first book. In his second book, he said, you must remember you are only playing.
Only playing. What childlike traits are you proud of?
Ah, my laughter, darling.
I want to surprise you.
You gonna give me a kiss? I was just curious.
Well, you can always have.
How does that? No, it's
I'll give you a kiss.
Okay.
Now, what I'd like you to do is actually do your impression of your favorite quote by anybody in the history, but don't say a word. Did I get the song right?
What song was I singing?
I don't have a clue.
First
We're doing one
we're
now.
doing Jamaican style. You have to do you have to get the groove. So if you move too fast, it's not going to work. And then if you nod your head, there you go.
Have I got the song now?
All right, let me tell you, one love. Got it? Brilliant stuff.